I was on the Dennis Sperling show, and in the chat, people made comments because I've been married multiple times. I'm headed into a third marriage. And I realized that people think that their opinions matter as it relates to your life. And as you get a little bit older, more mature, you realize that, why am I concerned about what other people say? And I want to say this to you all, especially my sisters that have been married multiple times. Two things I'm going to talk about: women that have been married multiple times, and women that have gone out those marriages from those marriages and feel like, maybe you're depressed from that too. So it's just two angles I'm going to take. So the first angle is, if you've been married multiple times, there's no shame to it. Who cares? I got an aunt right now married to my uncle. They both fly, and it's been, 15, 16 years now. But he's her fourth husband. She's his third wife. I have another aunt, my grandmother's aunt. So this was way back in the day, because my grandmother is in her 80s, alive and popping. She's amazing. And I have an aunt that was married 7 times. I was like, oh my gosh, 7 times. Oh, well. And that was my grandma's aunt. I know women that have been in multiple marriages. See, I know, but most women have really never been married. Or if you've been married once, you're kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want to get married again. And really, it's not us. We kind of are the deciding factor, but men have to choose you. So have men, even if you've, got an engagement, have you been able to cross over, to the next phase of that? Because it's different. Married life is different. I enjoy it. I really do. But some of the things that my therapist shared with me, I want to just share with some of you that are struggling. Because again, sometimes I'm like, damn, man, this is my third marriage. I was sitting with some women recently, and it's a table of 4. One was married 16 years, 14 years, 34 years, and then me on my third marriage. And I'm just thinking like, dang, man, I wish I could have been that 10, 20, 30 year. But then I think about all the things that come along with that. And I think about all the unhealthy, unhappy relationships, marriages that are out there as well. So again, can a 20, 30 year marriage be absolutely amazing? It absolutely can, because that's what I'm shooting for with my own relationship and my own pending upcoming marriage. But I'll tell you, if you've been divorced, don't beat yourself up. It just is what it is. What I tell people, I really don't owe anyone an explanation. Okay, number one, you don't owe anybody a below necklace, anyone, anything. But the first thing is, I just didn't select the right spouses. And I was not a whole, complete, nothing missing, nothing broken woman either. There were trauma bonds that were set up. So I've learned so much that now I'm just like, life happens. If Les Brown could get a divorce, okay, I'm like, seriously, come on, Les Brown, who cares? So again, you don't have anything to prove to anyone. And I want to read a couple of things. My therapist asked me, do you find yourself worried about what others think? He asked me, should I be worried about what others think? And what's enough of me to worry about? What will satisfy me with myself and my interaction, how I'm perceived by others? Many of us are just, how, we think about the opinions of others far too much. And am I satisfied with where I am right now in my life? Okay, right now in my life. So again, if you've been divorced, you don't need to beat yourself up. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe anybody anything for the times that you were single or not. I was married, divorced for quite a few years, about, I would say 6 years, but maybe 4 or 5. First marriage to second marriage. Then divorced after about 7 years. We were together 8, and then single about 3.5 years, and now I'm getting married again. So it is what it is, okay? And my soon-to-be amazing Superman has been married multiple times. So we're kind of very unique in that area. But we both had long marriages too. When you're talking about marriages over 10 years, all of my children have the same father. So I've been in some long-term relationships. I've either been in a long-term relationship, married twice, another about 8-month relationship, and now I'm getting ready to be married again. But you don't owe an explanation. I don't owe an explanation. Hell, it is what it is, okay? The second part is for my women that are divorced. Let's just say here, you look at your ex-husband, and I've been in this boat. Well, I haven't been in this boat because my exes, this is for y'all, not for me. But let's just say you look at your ex-husband like, damn, he got that young wife. Because I actually know someone is, I think, a little bit bitter. She's like, yeah, he got a woman. She's in her 60s, and he got a woman like my age in her 40s. And she said, I asked him, can you still get that thing up because you couldn't with us? And I said, girl, I would have said, like, look, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if she loves you the way that I loved you. Can she cook? But I'm here for you if you want to come back. I said, if you want to, see, I'm the type of woman, I would be the competition for the other woman. Okay, but that's me. Yeah, I definitely, if I know that I lost a good man, I'm going to fight to get my good man back. But that hasn't been the case for me. Okay, but for that, and again, I'm just speaking and telling y'all the truth. I see this. You are divorced. Maybe he divorced you. My soon-to-be husband divorced his exes, okay? But maybe he divorced you because you weren't the right woman, and you know this back then. But you're like, man, I would love to have my husband back, my ex-husband. And you know what? Just be your wonderful, beautiful self. But my point of it is, just say you were divorced, and now you see your ex-husband getting married, being this man that you wanted him to be in your relationship. Guess what? He is now the best version of himself with someone else, but he was not that version of himself with you. And I hope this makes sense. The version of Montina that you see right now today is not the version of Montina that I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I am a completely different, really completely different woman, individual. I've always been soft feminine. I have a sweet goddess femininity. You know, everyone says, she's so sweet, she's so sweet. I'm sweet, I know. It's just my personality. But guess what? This whole complete, nothing missing, nothing broken, happy, healthy, whole, healed woman was not who I am now, was not that version 20 years ago. So the version that you see of that ex-husband with that new wife, he's the best version of himself now. And you might say, hey, I helped do that. You may have, or just, you know, he maybe didn't receive it then, but just understand it's not your fault, okay? And it just is what it is. Some of you all, you know, maybe had too much masculine energy, you were bossy, you didn't, you know, appreciate or respect him, and he moved on. It just is what it is. But take that energy and use it for someone new. Some of you are just like, I never want to be married. You're so hurt. You're so hurt. You won't even consider a new spouse. Or you don't want to let go of his retirement or the alimony or whatever the case may be. There is someone out there for all of us that will love you the way that you desire to be loved, but it's what you're attracting. So again, for those of you that have been divorced, you're kind of ashamed of it. I've lived in that space of shame and embarrassment, but I don't care. I really don't. I'm not kind of, your opinion of me doesn't matter to me, okay? And on the other side, again, if you have an ex-husband that just really just seems to be, he married someone else, he's taking care of their kids, he's taking care of her, and you're like, damn, you know, he got the big house, the big car, just got it going on. You're like, that should have been me. It probably should have been you. But he was not the version of himself that he is now with you back then. People just change, they mature, they grow up. The man that I'm about to marry, I often laugh about it because he'd be like, I'd have pulled you back in the 20s. He'd be like, I'd have had 7 kids. I probably had a bunch of kids by him too. But sometimes I'd be like, yeah, no, I don't think we would have been compatible when, you know, me in my 20s and him in his 30s. And we laugh about it. So again, that's just what I wanted to share. This is my fun hobby thing. I do YouTube for fun. So I just want to let you know that you don't have nothing to prove to nobody. Okay, if you want to stay single, if you're happy with that, just also remember that your single friends keep you single. So if you really want to be in a relationship with someone, you do what makes you happy. You don't have to explain that to nobody. All right. So who's going to be the spark to ignite the conversation? What brought you here and what's going to keep you coming back? I'll see you in the next video. Peace.